Clark says she's tuning out the noise, but not everyone was pleased with her response to a recent question about it. During a shoot-around before the Indiana Fever's game against the Washington Mystics, USA Today columnist Christine Brennan asked Clark if she paid attention to the ongoing discussions and what her thoughts were. Clark responded thoughtfully, saying, "I'm not on social media, so I don't see a lot of it. But you'd be surprised. I still have my TV on at home, I'm watching sports, and I'm aware of it. But other than that, my focus is basketball." She emphasized her commitment to her sport, noting how distracting external conversations can be, especially when they detract from the on-court achievement. Sometimes it's frustrating how much the conversation drifts away from basketball and the amazing players on the court. This season has been phenomenal for women's basketball. From college to the WNBA, the crowds are unprecedented, and viewership is incredible. But yeah, I try to block it out, Clark continued. Her response highlights a common concern among athletes who wish the focus would remain on their performance rather than the surrounding controversies. Clark's answer on fans didn't sit well with everyone online. Clark's response seemed rather straightforward: "I'm focusing on basketball." Some fans appreciated her singular focus, understanding the pressures athletes face and the importance of staying mentally concentrated on their game. These supporters found her approach refreshing, interpreting it as a sign of her dedication and professionalism. However, her answer sparked a wave of criticism as well. Some people felt Clark should have addressed the behavior of a segment of her fanbase, which has been labeled toxic by critics. This group believes she has a responsibility to speak out against negative and harmful behaviors exhibited by some of her supporters. The debate over Clark's race has intensified this expectation, with discussions about how it influences her treatment and media coverage circulating for several weeks. Both fans and critics argue about how her race plays a role in her treatment and coverage, making the situation more complex. The heightened sensitivity around these issues means that public figures, especially athletes like Clark, are often expected to take stances on social matters. Given this context, it's unsurprising that people expect her to say more. Athletes are increasingly seen as role models and influencers beyond their sports, and there is a growing expectation for them to engage in social issues. While Clark's primary focus is understandably her performance and career, the broader public discourse seems to demand a more active role in addressing the behavior of her fanbase and the surrounding controversies. But ultimately Clark just wants to ball. And she's not really obligated to do anything